So today I would like to share about the context of climate change and then the challenge of major Asian city and solution in Vietnam. And the second part is meditation and mental health with I am good at better than architecture. Okay, so the climate change is clear, but in Vietnam we are facing with really severe problem about pollution. Hanoi became the most polluted city in the world with Mumbai. Like maybe same with Beijing, like 10 years, 20 years ago. And then also same with maybe Ho Chi Minh City or Mumbai or another New Delhi or Bangkok or Jakarta and so on. And then we have huge population in the city. Maybe Ho Chi Minh City we have about 12 millions people in the city. So the you can see the ratio of the greenery for per person. Like Ho Chi Minh City only zero point 0.7 square meter per person, and Hanoi capital is almost same. So the problem is we are living in concrete jungle right now, and plus in Asia we very hot and humid and a lot of rain. So it like now I live about 40% of my time in Silicon Valley, where is the best maybe the weather. I mean in terms of the weather, and then when we come back to humid situation, then we feel like very uh, and humid and polluted air is really hard to live. Mm. So, and then because a lot of people there, so traffic jam will be very crazy situation now in Hanoi and in Ho Chi Minh City. So our aim is how to change the current situation to, you know, if we build a new one or renovate them, we have to think of the solution how to live, not only put the green on the building, but to do the passive design each one by one. And we do a lot of master plan. We combine agriculture and recycling the water and also the solar panel or the ventilation. I mean, the so let me explain each project. Um, I came back from 2006, and at the beginning, I think at that moment there was not a lot of work for me to do. Then I started with many bamboo projects, but this is almost the first concrete project I did because it really narrow, only 4 meter wide and 20-meter depth. The house is a really typical house in Vietnam, but I started to do with design with this building, this house for free, and then gradually I can have some more project. Then because the polluted city, so I we try to cover it by green and try to introduce the sunlight into the space and also ventilation to the so now it become like a lot of building houses around and the with the green roof and then green facade green backyards and we introduce the light and the wind into the space and the green is in tropical country we I think we the double skin should not be glass air and glass but it should be green air and glass. I think so it's help better. um and then the space is the house is narrow but it still have sunlight or wind or uh, the space. This is the master bedroom and and then next, not but this project is we design, uh, we won the competition. But in reality, at that moment in Vietnam, it was hard to convince them to build this kind of project. And then we submit another project, and then we won the competition. And then last moment, we tell them how about this one, and then they because I think if we show this at the beginning, they will reject. I think so. So, uh, because this only the kindergarten for the factory workers, you know, the potent group. You can see there the uh about 23,000 women working for the shoe factories. So then their children can come here to learn. Then because the low budget, so we try. Of course, the building is not. Uh, we didn't have the budget for the air conditioning, so the green facade for the farming, and also the ventilation, and we use the water there to uh, do the farming system on rooftop. And then their parents can come and plant the vegetable for the children to enjoy, because I think with the worker salary, they can um, it hard for them to to have a, you know, it can help them to have more vegetable, and the children can enjoy the process of the agriculture. And this contain some courtyards and connect the courtyards together. And due to the space, had the limitation of space, so that why we maximize the space into the roof and back to the courtyards again. And we try to do each project like a small park for the city, adding for the and then if we do so, another other Vietnamese architect, they also try to do the same thing. Then gradually the city become better. So this is a project we designed for the depressed client. So her husband has severe depression. So we designed the most hard to live in the house, because we designed each box independently. And then if he want to go to the restroom, he has to go out, because some of depressed people, they tend to stay in the room without going out. So but you need to go out for restroom, for food, for though. And then uh, so but it helped them well, because in the middle concrete jungle, suddenly we have the pot of the tree over there. And like this is bamboo formwork concrete. And then from outside we see look like a concrete one, but inside open. And the ficus tree is growing fast to cover the garden. And we have many courtyards in the middle of the house. Then it opened to here. And another one is also, I think, in Asia, in our context, and in America, it's totally different, because the size of the building is too small. It's about less than, basically in Vietnam, is less than 100 square meter. Uh, and then this house is pretty big, is about 200 square meter. And then we design it like many garden in many level, so it had the connecting from everywhere. Because there are two sons in this home, but they are addicted to the game. So so that's why we design the houses. is connecting everywhere. We can see through. See through. Of course, if you have, and then you can see many level of the garden, and then many level of the tree, and then the wind, the flow, and the air, and yeah, and the plan is really simple. We put everything here, and then the space is connecting through the garden. So another project is the hotel in Da Nang. Uh, is like in the middle of concrete jungle, we try to put some green, and then in the same way, it's only 700 square meter, but they require about 153 rooms for the hotel. It a lot. Then we try to do something uh, simple, easy, but like it has some differences from other building. And this project is the house next to the park. So we try to introduce the parks into the house like this one, and then the park here we continue with the garden into the house and up to the and another really small house is I think it's about less than 4 meter wide and about but we cover it by the green system, the tree green system, and also this work quite well because there are many small courtyards in the middle of the house, so that's why it make different air pressure, so it create the wind inside. I like the wind system. Like back here, you can see the though small courtyards in the middle of the house, and we cover it by the the yeah. Here is also the gap somewhere like here, and then it introduce the light and make the different. You can see the courtyard somewhere, yeah, and it cover it make living very well with the hot sunlight in the Southeast Asia. So, and then this is my office in Ho Chi Minh City. So, since we are architects, so we try to save costs out for our building, of course. So, we just build a concrete frame and make the hanging system outside. That's it, and then we install the very simple glass, and then we hide the frame up and down of the floor, and we even pouring the concrete to be floor to hard to be easy for finishing, no more finishing. So that's why it. But you can see here the hanging system outside. The big pot like this become a beam to hang the next, and here is the another big post, and then we hang down like this way. It separately from the building. So we just do the concrete frame and hang the greenery system outside. So this one, another house in Da Nang. So again, we try to introduce the nature to the to the house, and then the void here and the huge tree pot in and introduce the light through the tree, and the this box pop out from there, and then we introduce the pool and the fish here, and it will pump up here for watering, and then this go down again, fish here, and this make the very good cooling system and ecological system for the house. And you can see the box is pop out from there, and then like this space, and the pool, and the pool under the boxes, and the connecting horizontally and vertically for the house. And each you can see the open space from inside and outside, the light into, and then the combination of material. So when I go to the US, and then I realize that is we cannot do some building like this in in the country with the um, high labor costs, right? Very it's super expensive. So that what we do in so another project in northern Vietnam, which is a very hot and humid area. So I would think is we put the box in the middle of the big tree, because we plant some type of tree that is can grow big, and then we connect it by concrete slab. The concept is quite easy, simple thing, and um, and if it's super hot, so that's why I we try to make the facade like the shadow for the surface itself, and also the shadow from tree, the concrete slab, and the water pond in the middle of the building to make a cooling system. And you can see the surface of the building is a little bit uh, good shade for themselves, for the walls themselves. And another house in the northern Vietnam, too. uh, this system is this is a pretty bigger area, so we try to make the circle for the double skin outside, the concrete wall, and the middle air space, and inside space, and with the greenery outside. And we frame the landscape around by the concrete there, and also introduce the greenery to in the middle space, and the space inside the bathroom. Uh, so, and another project is a hotel. uh, Here we do the master plan here in Hoi An, and then they run the business quite well. It all sold out, and then we convince them, so let us do something. There is a five-star hotel there, so let us do something different. And then they are the construction company, the owner itself, and then they have they build a lot of bridge in Vietnam. Then we try to convince them to do some concrete building like this, and make the Hoi An, they have the roof landscape is moving, and then we take that ADN to put in the building, make this building not a moving roof but moving box. Uh, and then it going to be done soon. And this the entrance space with the bamboo formwork concrete, the room, and now is it doing they do the bamboo formwork concrete for the entrance. And another house is after the COVID, we think about much about the, in Singapore, maybe everywhere we use the air conditioner, but uh, what I really don't like, because I um, used to live in the forest for about 3 years to meditate in Myanmar. Then no almost living in the nature, even hot, even cold, or like that. Not so. We designed this house is this the wind tower to catch the wind, and then each room they have its own the for example, this room is with the wind tower and the courtyards behind, and the wind from here and then they catch it because wind from here. So here is really negative pressure compared to this is plus pressure. So it automatically the wind go down to back areas. So that's why we design many small hot yachts for the each room. And back again, you can take a look. This one is they catch the air and then go down to the courtyards behind. So it always have the air pressure gap in the room, and then that's why it catch the wind too. So so and then this client they have the they do the like machinery. They have a lot of good uh, machine to dig the stone to make the real stone tower for the wind catcher. And then this space for us, like here the wind tower, and they catch the wind, go and then hit backyard to it negative pressure. Then that's why it help to. And then the meditation room, the bathroom here. Here is like the wind come and back. And another factory, the waste to energy plant, the burning the garbage to make the electricity. So this now is under construction right now, and this one is the they own the concrete uh, company. So they manufacture many concrete part for the to sell. That's why we try to design it low by design the building itself, the surface like the to the part, and then just put it on to be a building. So and then you can see the bougainvillea is a very easy flower to grow. Sorry. What is it? So we what is it? Okay. So so let me go through a little bit faster. And then the concrete part is like this. The we design a column, and then we design each part to manufacturing and put on the column, and then we make the cover of the building easily by the part to put on. Even so let me explain that later. And then we have the building like this, and the roof is a steel roof, normal steel roof with the uh, solar panel on that. And we introduce fuse bamboo project. What we do, this the first pure bamboo structure. So I work with the worker, and then we make the first frame. It would is take about few days, and then we copy them for many one. And finally, here we reuse all the other parts of bamboo to make the furniture, and then the space inside like this. And another project in northern Vietnam is bamboo wings. Yeah. So it's the wing with the pure bamboo structure here. From here to here is 12 meter, and then we make a tension on top of that within two head. We make a head for a top of bamboo, and we make a wire from there and put the tension up to have the structure. Of course, it's moving, and then we sorry. So we fix this by wire. So it's about this one is in northern Vietnam too. Is about more than 1,000 square meter. This dome at about more than 15-meter high. So the space inside by bamboo, and the each frame is like this. So another one is a welcome center in southern Vietnam, and then we make two dome filled with different function inside, and like a core and the grid system outside, and the brace in the middle of the grid system. And we need to, because it cantilever out, so we need the hanging system, and this is very complicated, the detail for the structure. And then you can see here the brace go through the, and then here is of course falling down, and then we had the hanging system into the top of this to make the structure work like this way. So uh the brace, you can see some brace through the building, and when you go inside, you feel the light, the wind, the freeze wind air around. uh, Here's another dome. So another bamboo structure for the community house in the middle of Vietnam. So the unit system, not here, not the decorative bamboo surface, but it support the horizontal structure system like this way. So some project in China, this one in Xiamen, China. Uh, Another one is just recently done recently. Uh, we design whole master plan and the community house here. There is a really interesting system, system inside. But then the join is harder than other what I did. And then the surface, and another project in China too. This is by HP Cell, straight bamboo, but it looked like it burning, bending bamboo. Yeah, the HP Cell. So this main part, huh? Okay. So I was born here in the North and South Vietnam, and then I had uh, s- severe PTSD, the trauma from the war, like Bakhmut in Ukraine right now, because the northern Vietnam and then America drop a lot of bomb, cluster bomb, and everywhere. Everything is should be concentrated on this area to stop the North Army coming. So I was born there after 1 year of the war. So uh, because of that, I had a big trauma because many colleagues and peers died because the cluster bomb of America dropped were there, and because it was poor, so I could go to the school, but other kids cannot go. They try to bully me, so to stop me to go to school. So it was a hard time, and it make me had like hidden depression later for many years. So, but I started to meditate in 2012, and then gradually I know about the um, meditation can help me to be better, to reduce the anger, to reduce the suffering in my heart. It go through with me about 40 years. It's about 40 years. So, and then I start to meditate like 10 10 days course until 2016. It's about 4 years. And then in 2017, I started to go to follow him to Myanmar to meditate about 1,000 days in the forest. And then mm, there is a Pao forest monastery in Myanmar. Uh, There no bill there because everything for free, living fee, the no electric bill, no nothing. Then we can concentrate only for meditation. So, but my job was meditate whole day, whole night, except for sleep. And then within maybe few weeks or few months, my hidden depression gone because I even don't know when, but it gone. And then I feel like the Buddhist knowledge is really profound. And then I start to think about staying there for a long time. At the beginning, I think maybe 1 month, 2 months, 4 months maximum, but finally it ended up like 3 years. So. Only in the tall mountain, and then I live there for only for meditation. So only mindful on the breath or any meditation object. So it mindfulness later is mindful on meditation object or mindful on the breath can help it opposite way with depression, with wandering mind, with and then we keep being mindful, and then suddenly it go away. So later on I came back to Vietnam in 2020. COVID start, and then the a lot of depressed and anxious people around, and I try to help them with the simple meditation, and it was quite easy to help them to be free from the symptom. I think within 3 or 4 weeks only, with simple being mindful on the body, then they can be free from the symptom. And then later on, I started to do meditation classes for people around the world through Zoom, through Zoom. And I go to the U.S. to teach at some university like Yale University or University of Pennsylvania. But really interesting job is being visiting professor in Taipei University to teach about meditation and mental health to help the student to overcome their depression and anxiety disorder or bipolar disorder or even the schizophrenia. So I think that in for the modern medicine, it's quite hard to help them because if we have problem at stomach and then we just open it and make it again, but for the mind, even you cut your brain, you don't know what people think, so but the in more than 2500 years ago, Buddha taught us how to overcome that easily. It in reality, it almost nearly 95% of people in my classes will be free from the symptom fast within around 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Not very long, because we have one class in the morning and one class in the evening, so they can practice being mindful like about 45 minutes in the morning, 50, 45 minutes at night, and they do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes during the day. And then the time at much as you are being mindful, then the depression or anxiety disorder doesn't like that, they go, because it's opposite way. When our mind is wandering and we are mindful, it's opposite way. So I always use like mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of the breath, and the loving kindness meditation, which is metta. Loving kindness meditation work very well with the people with trauma like me because uh, it helps us to face with the trauma in the mindful stage. So that's why we can, like some lady, they are abused. So if they recall that moment and like citing in their mind, may I be free from the mental suffering. Of course, you recall it again and again, many times in your mind. It make them very hard to face with. But because in mindful state we do that and we back to be mindful on the body for a few minutes and back again with the trauma, the 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 incident make us the trauma, and then the it going back it again and again, and then within I think about 10 days we can be free from the trauma. Then that's why I had severe trauma when I was young, but my loving kindness helped me very well. And the one uh, symptom of the depressed and anxious people is a lot of worry, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety in their mind. So being mindful on the body is quite easy for them to do. Later on, we can do it together about 5 minutes, and then combine with mindfulness on the breath of the breath, and then I mean, first week about 30% of people will be free from the symptom. About 2 weeks is about 60, and 3 weeks is almost 90% or even 99% of people will be free from the symptom. Why? You will ask me why? Because normally my mind, your mind, it goes somewhere, some project, some city problem, some architecture. Children go to school tomorrow, or a meeting or something like that, right? We never had, we almost never have the movement, your mind on your body. That why make us really severe depression or anxiety or worry. But at my class, I can help them to be mindful 45 minutes, which is super long for even for the normal people. So, but twice a day, and then they can practice for themselves, and then no room for depression or anxiety because it's too long being mindful. Huh? So, should we do together for about 5 minutes? So then we do together, huh? So sit straight, please. Sit. So close your eyes. Can you feel your bottom touch the chair? You feel it? Can you feel your back to touch the chair right now, the back? How about your left leg to touch floor? Left leg. Feel it? Right leg. Can you feel it? Left hand. Can you move your left hand to feel it? Left hand. Yeah. Right hand. Back. Can you feel your back right now? Back. Left leg. Right leg. You feel your head. If you cannot feel, you can touch your hand to your head. Can you please put your hand to your head, please? Head. Yeah. Face. Face. Can you feel your face right now? Face. Forehead. Now your mind is on your forehead. Forehead. Head. You feel the head right now? Touch your hand there. Head. Face. Yeah. Neck. You feel it? Neck. Back. Back. You feel your back right now? Back. Bottom. Your bottom is touching the chair. Bottom. Left hand. You can feel your left hand right now. Right hand. Left leg. Right leg. Belly. You can touch your belly to feel it. To be mindful on the belly. Belly. Neck. Face. Face. Be mindful on your face. Face. Head. Forehead. Forehead. Head. Head. Be mindful on your head. Face. Back. You feel it? Back. Left leg. Right leg. Belly. Left hand. Right hand. Fingers. Your fingers. You can move your finger to feel it. Fingers. Face. Head. Forehead. Can you feel your forehead right now? Forehead. Head. Your eyes. Your eyes. And open your eyes. Feel fresh. Good. Yeah. If we continue to do that about 2 hours per day, no room for depression. Really. So that's why I tell you it's easy to be free from the depression symptom. Why? Because being mindful is opposite with them. And then our mind always go somewhere. So I myself, when I go to the forest, being mindful whole day, whole night, except for sleeping. When I walk like 10 minutes, 10 meter, trying to be mindful on the breath from here to there and from here to there, from here to there for whole day, and then sit in meditation. And suddenly when because being mindful for whole day, so I don't know when, but the depression gone. And I could meditate maybe 10 hours per day for continuously. Then then later on I have, luckily I could develop the full absorption concentration. I was ready to for the company to be bankrupt, because I go to the forest, of course no one want to work with me. But when I'm there, the staff also leave the company. But in reality, when the opposite way, when I meditate 8 to 10 hours per day and then work within 30 minutes, the idea come out quite easy. And then I just use a very simple phone without internet, and I keep explaining them what I'm thinking in my mind, and they don't have the right to call me back. I call them. I just explain them, and then they do it. But it went well during 3 years when I was in the forest. So that's why, yeah. And later on, I know about the benefit of meditation. Even when we are 60, if we practice meditation for about 45 minutes per day, after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, our brain will be young, like 25 years old. So if you want your brain to be 25 years old, it still have chance to be to do like that by practicing meditation. So, and another issue is our um, prefrontal cortex, gray matter here, is developed fast, and the hippocampus, the memory and learning center, gray matter there also increase. And luckily, the part we want to be small, the fear center, the amygdala, is going to be smaller. Then that's why we are more brave compared to ourselves. So why don't we meditate? Thank you very much.